So they're going after Irina. They're also alleging that Tucker was told, first of all, let me back up, that Tucker was promised that Fox would not settle with Dominion, quote, in a way which would indicate wrongdoing on the part of Carlson, and not to take any actions in a settlement, that they would not take any actions in a settlement that would harm Carlson's reputation. Carlson was told by a member of the Fox board that he was taken off the air as part of the Dominion settlement. Two sources briefed on a conversation told Axios. So this is Tucker saying he was told by a member of the Fox board he was booted as part of the Dominion settlement, and that Fox assured him that they would not settle the case in any way that would indicate wrongdoing on the part of Carlson. Don't forget, he had controversial texts, but he was the one who stopped Fox from its reporting the Sidney Powell lies. He's the one who said, we can't, she's a nutcase. He said it on the air. So Tucker had some texts that were controversial in that case, but he was not the reason they lost $800 million in that settlement. They say these created additional terms of Carlson's employment, which were then broken by the company. That Carlson was also promised by the Fox News lawyers, by the general counsel of Fox News, that if he turned these texts over to the company when they were subpoenaed by Dominion, that they would not be made public, that Fox would not use them to smear Tucker. It's one thing to comply with your discovery obligations in providing something to opposing counsel. It's quite another to hand them over to your own counsel fearing that your company might use them to publicly smear you. And they are alleging Tucker received a personal assurance from the lawyers on the Fox side that that would not happen, and that nonetheless it's happening. Another breach. I mean, think about that. You get a promise from the lawyer, and then the lawyer or someone connected with the lawyer and the company violates it. That's not a prior material breach of your employment conditions. We'll just see about that. Here's what I can tell you. I know, based on my contacts within the building at Fox, there are other talent whose names you would know who refused to turn over their personal cell phones in connection with the Dominion subpoena. They refused. They hired outside counsel of their own, and they made sure that their private communications, their private thoughts would be protected. Others, like Tucker, trusted the company and just used the company lawyer and the company general counsel because they worked for the company, maybe for a decade in Tucker's case, and had every reason to believe the company would protect them and live up to its word. Well, what happened here? Did the company then turn around as soon as it settled this case and start leaking? Because the old man decided to fire Tucker and they decided to ruin him. Didn't matter what they promised the guy. F him. He's out. Like I said, he's out now. You're out of the cult. You're the enemy. Bit by bit, he'll be destroyed. No, he won't. That's what he's saying now. No, I won't be. I'll use my voice. And we'll just see if he signs a non-disparagement too. That's definitely going to be an issue. They're going to try to get him to sign something, even if he's allowed to go form a company and speak out professionally, saying he won't say anything bad about Fox. All right, let's see how that goes. As you know, I refused to sign mine. They withheld months of my pay, to which I was legally entitled, to try to punish me for exercising a right I had, which was not to sign a deal they offered me, not to sign a non-disparagement I had no obligation to sign. So they will try to strong arm him into silencing any criticism he may have of Fox News. And that's why this lawsuit is so important. It's so important because this is every talent in the industry should be rooting for this. Let's just see how strong a company's rights are over its menial talent. We're the ones who pay their bills, right? We're the ones. And let's just see in the context of this case whether there really was a deal term in the Dominion settlement saying Tucker needs to go. To me, one of the most interesting things is this allegation Tucker was told by a member of the Fox board he was taken off the air as part of the Dominion settlement. It's the Fox board. The Fox board only has like 5 people on it, 5 or 6. They would know. This is not some vast 40-person thing where always somebody's speculating. This person would know. And the denial of this by Dominion, I took another look at it, is a little hinky. It reads as follows, quote, Dominion did not insist on them firing Tucker Carlson as part of the settlement. What does that mean? They did not insist on it. Well, they don't say it wasn't a deal term explicitly. They don't say it was not part of our agreement. I mean, these are my questions. Was it a deal term? Was there an understanding? Did Fox offer to fire Carlson and you accepted, right? Was it discussed? None of that is denied by Dominion did not insist on them firing Tucker. We did not insist on them firing Tucker. It is a little interesting the way they worded it. So I don't know. We still don't know what the reason is. Trust me, when they get them in court, they're going to have to tell. And finally, back to my point about what they need to do to win back their audience. Taking him to court to keep him silent, ain't it? The bloodbath continues on the 8 p.m. ratings and beyond. The latest numbers are in for Monday night, and they are just as devastating as they have been for the 2 weeks since he left. The overall in Tucker's hour, 1.6 million. When Tucker was in the spot, his average over the last 2 weeks he was on the air was 3.1 million. Okay? It's down to 1.6 now on Monday. In the key demo of 25 to 54-year-olds, Tucker was averaging for the 2 weeks prior to them booting him. Get it? 382,000. On Monday, they pulled a 161,000. A 161,000. That's awful. That's embarrassing. They know it. And it's ruining the entire primetime. Hannity comes up next, also down 171. He lost to Maddow. They continue to lose to MSNBC and CNN on various nights. And the averages are just awful. Overall, we took the Tucker's last 2 weeks on the air versus the 2 weeks since he's been gone. And the 8 p.m. time slot is down 50%, 49% in the 8 p.m. overall, and 60% in the demo. They've lost half of their older viewers, and they have lost nearly 2/3 of their younger viewers. Think about that. Nearly 2/3 of their younger viewers. I could go down the list. It's affecting all hours. The 7 p.m. is down 35%. This is, again, the 2 weeks before he left versus the 2 weeks after. 7 p.m. is down 35. 8 p.m. down 60. This is in the demo. 9 p.m. down 41. 10 p.m. down 32. 11 p.m. down 25. The whole prime time's been blown up thanks to this boneheaded decision. So you go ahead, Fox, and you try to have a 19-month battle with Tucker over whether he needs to sit on the sidelines and not add his voice to the national conversation when he's giving you back the money, when all he wants to do is news commentary. See how that goes for your 2/3 of the audience, which has fled. By the way, took a look at Newsmax just to see how they're doing. The last 2 weeks when Tucker was in his seat, the 8 p.m. on Newsmax, in the overall, they were getting 148,000. In the demo, they were getting 20,000. Now the overall on Newsmax is up to 473, and they've doubled their demo up to 46, which for Newsmax is good. So they've doubled their demo and tripled their overall. So Newsmax is the beneficiary of a lot of the older viewers. And I think the digital lane has been the beneficiary of a lot of the younger viewers. Our numbers are up huge. A lot of conservative media up huge right now. I don't know that Fox gets them back. I really don't. Fox is not the behemoth it used to be. It's not the monopoly it used to be. It's got a lot of meaningful competition out there. And their swagger needs to be dialed back a little because abusing their top talent is now having real life consequences for them. Sure, you could go to Brazil or Colombia and get some work done to your face, but you don't need to do that. You see, you can make yourself look great right from the comfort of your own home thanks to Genucel and the final week of their Mother's Day sale. Look years younger right before your eyes. Here's a real review from Genucel.com. Claire writes, I absolutely love Genucel. My skin feels so good, tighter, younger, with a more even tone. And I only used it for a week. My advice for everyone, take a before picture. Her husband, Jim, writes in saying he loved it too. Nothing works like Genucel because it's a family recipe for over 20 years made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches and always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. Now, go to Genucel.com/MK60 and save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package. That's all their best stuff during their Mother's Day sale. Every most popular package features their ultra retinol and dark spot corrector on top of all the other good stuff. You get that as well. Don't wait. Go to jennycell.com/MK60, jennycell.com/MK60, and you will get a complimentary spa essentials box with every package order for just one more week, plus free upgrade to priority shipping. GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.